it's Conagh and welcome back to my channel.
Why you talking in code? No reason. Why you got me on hold?
Today I'm going to be doing a foundation wear test on the new Tarte Shape Tape foundation. I know this has been out for a little bit and all of the videos are pretty much out and done at this point, but shipping to Australia takes quite a long time. I'm going to jump straight into the video, so if you're curious to see how this holds up on acne prone skin, then keep watching. So I purchased this on the 29th of January, I believe, which is around a Monday, and it came on the Friday, and today is Tuesday. So it didn't take too long to arrive, considering shipping to Australia normally takes quite a long time. I am going to be testing the hydrating version of this foundation. There is a matte version and a hydrating version. I definitely prefer more hydrating foundations on my skin because it can get a little bit dry because of my acne. I have the colour medium sand and I had to kind of do a bit of a guessing game in terms of the colour schemes because it can be a little bit difficult ordering it online, but I think I didn't do too badly. I think it's alright. And obviously there is the whole debacle about the whole shade range issue, which I'm not going to talk about in this video because I feel like it's already been said by so many other people. But let it be known that I do agree with the majority that it's stupid to have like 1,000 fair shades and 3 deep shades. It's stupid. So this foundation currently comes in 18 shades. I believe they have launched more since the original launch date, which is great. I mean, should have been done in the first place. So this foundation retails for 54 Australian dollars, which is pretty pricey for a foundation, but it's pretty standard for a high-end foundation in Australia. The Too Faced Born This Way is $57, so it's pretty standard with most foundations, although your purchase has to equate to $90 or more in order to get free shipping on the Tarte website, which is kind of annoying. So it's like you have to spend at least $90 anyway to be able to get free shipping, because I think shipping is quite expensive, so you might as well. But I went and bought the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer anyway. So this claims to be a hypoallergenic luminous finish gel foundation. Ooh, gel foundation. Featuring the same iconic buildable full coverage as the Shape Tape Concealer. It's meant to last without creasing, caking, or fading for 12 hours. 12 hours, okay. So I know a lot of people don't really like the packaging of the whole, you know, like gigantic Shape Tape imitation, if that makes sense. The thing I like about it is that you don't really waste any foundation because you're only applying the exact amount onto your face, but it kind of gets annoying having to continually dip back in and out. But it's not the end of the world. So that is basically all the information about this bad boy. So if you want to see how this goes on my skin, then keep watching. Just so you know, I scrubbed off all of my fake tan except for my neck, which still looks bad anyway. So my hands are gonna look extremely white compared to my face, so apologies for that. Now, my skin looks really bad at the moment. You could argue that it looks bad all the time. I have a really big patch of like redness and dry skin around here. The skin is actually flat itself. It just looks really red. My skin is actually, believe it or not, pretty good. It's nice and flat at the moment. Flat, for me at least. So I have the colour medium sand and I hope this is going to match my self tanner. I had to just guess on the website. I have already moisturised my face, but I'm just going to do it again just because my face is looking a little bit dry. Oh, I got like completely in my eye. So I'm going to prime one half of my face with my Makeup Forever HD Hydrating Face Primer. I'm going to prime this half of my face because that's the dry one at the moment. It has been so hot in Brisbane lately. I think we're having a heat wave at the moment. It's overcast this morning, which I'm thankful for, but it looks like the sun is coming out now. Yay! I know a lot of people aren't too keen on the wand. I don't mind it. I know I have acne per se and you probably shouldn't dip it onto your face, but as I said, there's actually no breakouts on my face. It's all just scarred, so it's pretty okay to just go in with the applicator. I think this colour is going to be okay. We shall see. Oh, can't really get a lot of product out though onto your skin. So I'm going to start off with this side with a beauty blender. Hopefully this gives me some coverage because I need some coverage today. Yeah, we're going to need to dip in about 300 times. Wow, look at the colour difference between that and like when it sets on my skin. The colour's pretty good. It's probably like a hair to pink, but it's like nothing that I would be concerned about. Like you can't even tell. So that is what one layer of the foundation looks like on my skin. It looks really pretty on my forehead and it has pretty good medium coverage all over my cheek area. It doesn't look too dry around my mouth, which is good. And thank God I have the hydrating one because if this was the matte, my God. I'm just gonna see if I can build. I like the applicator, but at the same time I don't. like having to keep doing this. I look so weird with one half of my face like that. I actually really love the finish of that. It's really dewy. I don't think I've had a foundation in a while that looks so luminous on my skin. I love that. So we're gonna move on to the other side. I don't really want to use a brush on this side because I have a feeling that the Beauty Blender is gonna look better. I'm gonna start out with my e.l.f. Ultimate blending brush. And this is the non-primed side. Definitely think I prefer a Beauty Blender. Surprise, surprise. Do we see that glow though? Oh my goodness. Pretty much the same on my forehead. It looks a little bit drier around my mouth. I'm gonna switch back to my Beauty Blender because I like it better. It is definitely an extremely luminous foundation. I think it would be luminous even if I didn't use that face primer, hence the hydrating aspect of this foundation. I love the finish of this. Definitely not full coverage, like you can still kind of see, you know, like the darkness peeking through. I don't mind that. I think it looks really pretty. For concealer, I think it's only fitting that I use the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I have the colour Light Sand. Okay, so that's what my face looks like with the concealer on. Definitely makes it look more full coverage, if that makes sense. My forehead looks very good. I love how it looks. As you can see around my mouth, I have a little bit of dry skin, but it doesn't look too bad. Like, only if you look really closely you can kind of see it. It just looks like it's sitting really nicely on top of my skin. It's creasing a lot of my eyelids though. You definitely need to set this though, because otherwise if you were to try and blend like powder products on top of this, it would get stuck and look muddy. So I'm going to set under my eyes with my RCMA No Color Powder. I'm going to steer clear of my dry patches though. I'm not going to set those with powder. So very special. And then to set my cheeks, I'm going to take the EX1 Invisiwear powder in the colour 2. And I'm taking a Real Techniques powder brush. The only thing I don't like about powder products and stuff, sometimes when I set my foundations, it takes away the coverage, which is really annoying. So my acne is kind of peeking through a little bit more on this side now. So once my face is set, it still looks pretty luminous. My forehead probably looks the best out of everything. Funny that, considering there's nothing up there that would upset the foundation. And everywhere else looks pretty good. This is the dry area that I was talking about. So that looks not the best, but not terrible. But coverage aside, it looks really pretty on my skin. I can't stop looking at my forehead. I don't know, my forehead just looks so smooth. So I'm gonna finish up the rest of my makeup. We'll call the check-in time 9 o'clock. Okay, so this is what it looks like when my makeup is all finished. I think it looks pretty nice. I am happy with how it looks at the moment. I'm actually really happy with the color. So hopefully it holds up nicely throughout the day, this like stuff. Everything that I used on my face will be listed down below if you're interested. The lipstick that I'm wearing though is Rimmel London Nude Delight. So I will check back in with you guys in a few hours. Okay, so it is a little while later. It's about 5.5 hours later. Currently nearly 2:30 in the afternoon. I was about to say the evening. So looking at the foundation, my forehead looks beautiful. I would hope that it would look beautiful because I don't have any like acne up there or texture or anything along those lines. It looks a little bit dewy, but I don't mind this level of oil, so I think maybe by the end of the night it might look a little bit insane. It is pretty hot today. It's around 37 degrees like Celsius, which is like 100 degrees Fahrenheit if you were wondering. So even though I've been in air conditioning all day, that still is probably going to have an effect on the foundation. So I do look a little bit shiny. I probably would want to powder in like this area just here. But everywhere on my face looks really nice except for the acne area, which is where it's like really dry and it's kind of flaking off. So I don't know if you can see, but it just looks really dry around that area. I kind of expected this just because it is really dry, so my skin is kind of like flaking here and a little bit over here as well. It's also kind of sinking into my smile lines as well. Aside from that, it's not looking terrible. Basically, all the areas on my face where I don't have any like imperfections or acne looks great. Where my acne is, it just doesn't look so crash hot. I'll check back in with you at the end of the night. Okay, so it is the end of the day now. The time is currently 6:30 on the dot. So this has been on my face for about 9.5 hours, and as you can see, I'm looking really oily at this point. So I think if you had really oily skin, this foundation is not going to work for you, hence why they formulated the matte version. I don't have particularly oily skin, so this is pretty oily for me. Despite the oiliness, my forehead looks really good. Like, it's not really breaking up. It's probably breaking up like a hair, but it's nothing like bad or anything. It just looks really oily, so powder would fix that. My nose and cheek area look quite oily, and the foundation has started to fade around my jawline, which tends to happen pretty often for me in foundations. So it's kind of faded along here and around my acne. It still looks really like dry, and it's clinging to all the dry patches. Worn off like all around here for some reason. But yeah, this is what it looks like after 9.5 hours. And I'm trying to keep in mind that it was very hot today, so I was sweating. I think this will probably be good for in the winter time, and perhaps not a foundation that I will wear for like a long day or an event, you know. It might be something that I just want to chuck on if I'm going to the movies or just going out for a second. Probably not one that I would reach for if I want to last for a really long time. I'm definitely going to give this another shot, and hopefully like when my acne patches kind of like subside and settle down, it'll look a lot nicer on top of my skin. I hope this video was helpful, at least for you guys who were considering to buy it, and if you have acne and wanted to know what it was like. So that is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you give it a thumbs up if you did, and make sure to subscribe to my channel before you leave. And I hope you're having a lovely day or night wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!
You want, so tell me and you got it right now, but you gotta holler